The ground trembles long before the eruption begins. Deep beneath this island, pressure builds silently inside the earth like a ticking clock. For the animals living here, survival depends on sensing danger before the mountain awakens. When the volcano finally erupts, entire forests vanish beneath ash and fire in a matter of hours. Yet against impossible odds, life continues to return. In one of the most dangerous ecosystems on Earth, evolution has created creatures capable of surviving beside rivers of lava, toxic gases, and landscapes that can transform overnight. This is the Volcano Jungle, where destruction and creation exist side by side. The island appears peaceful from above. Dense jungle stretches across black volcanic rock shaped by ancient eruptions. But beneath the canopy, every creature lives under constant threat. The soil itself is unstable. Steam escapes through cracks in the ground. Entire valleys can disappear beneath landslides triggered by distant seismic activity. For most animals, this environment would seem impossible. Yet some species thrive here precisely because few others can. At sunrise, ash drifts through the forest like snow. High in the trees, tropical birds begin calling across the jungle canopy. Their behavior may seem ordinary, but scientists studying volcanic ecosystems have discovered something remarkable. Many animals can detect environmental changes humans cannot. Tiny vibrations beneath the earth, shifts in air chemistry, changes in magnetic fields. Hours before eruptions occur, the jungle sometimes falls completely silent. Near the volcano's lower slopes, macaques move carefully across warm volcanic stone. Steam rises around them from hidden geothermal vents beneath the jungle floor. The heat creates unusual pockets of life. Certain plants grow faster here, insects gather in massive numbers around mineral-rich soil. And where insects gather, predators soon follow. But survival in the volcano jungle demands constant adaptation. Every rainfall carries traces of ash and sulfur. Rivers can suddenly heat to dangerous temperatures. Entire feeding grounds may vanish overnight beneath fresh lava flows. Animals living here must be ready to move at any moment. Far above the forest, dark clouds begin forming around the summit. The volcano is waking again. As pressure builds underground, strange behaviors spread through the jungle. Birds abruptly abandon nesting areas. Deer move toward the coastline. Even predators become restless. Scientists monitoring volcanic wildlife have observed animals fleeing hours before seismic alarms activate. Some researchers believe certain species possess survival instincts humans still barely understand. Then the first explosion arrives. A deep roar echoes across the island as ash erupts into the atmosphere. Shock waves ripple through the jungle canopy. Entire flocks launch into the sky simultaneously while debris rains across the forest below. Rivers turn black with volcanic sediment. Visibility collapses beneath thick clouds of ash. Yet even during chaos, the jungle continues moving. Along hardened lava fields near the crater, specialized insects emerge from cracks in the rock. These landscapes may appear lifeless, but fresh volcanic terrain often becomes the beginning of entirely new ecosystems. Minerals released during eruptions enrich the soil. Within weeks, mosses and fungi begin spreading across cooled lava. Soon after, insects arrive, then reptiles, then birds. Life rebuilds itself from nothing. Inside volcanic caves beneath the island, another hidden ecosystem survives beyond the reach of sunlight. Strange pale insects cling to sulfur-coated walls, while underground rivers carve pathways through ancient lava tunnels. Some creatures living here exist nowhere else on Earth. Entire species evolve in isolation beneath the volcano. Outside, conditions continue worsening. Ash blocks sunlight across the jungle canopy. Leaves collapse beneath heavy volcanic dust. Food becomes scarce. Competition intensifies between species forced into shrinking safe zones. Near a drying riverbank, a massive monitor lizard emerges from the smoke-filled forest. Normally a solitary hunter, it now shares territory with dozens of displaced animals fleeing the eruption zone. The disaster is temporarily rewriting the island's natural balance. Night falls, but the jungle does not become quiet. Glowing lava illuminates the horizon while embers drift through the air like fireflies. Predators continue hunting beneath the orange sky. Frogs gather around geothermal pools warmed by underground heat. Some species may actually benefit from volcanic activity. Heated environments can accelerate breeding cycles, increase insect populations, and create entirely new feeding opportunities. But the eruption is still growing stronger. Hours later, the volcano unleashes its most violent explosion yet. Lava fountains burst hundreds of feet into the air while entire sections of forest ignite along the upper slopes. Animals flee in every direction. Birds vanish into smoke clouds. Wild pigs race through ash-covered terrain, searching for escape routes. For many species, survival now depends entirely on speed. Then, almost as suddenly as it began, the eruption starts slowing. Days later, silence returns to the island. At first, the landscape appears destroyed. Trees stand buried beneath gray ash. Rivers carve through black volcanic mud. Entire habitats have vanished beneath hardened lava. But then, something extraordinary begins happening. Tiny green plants emerge through cracks in the cooled volcanic rock. Insects return to the new terrain. Birds cautiously circle above recovering forests. The volcano has erased entire ecosystems and simultaneously created the conditions for new life to begin again. The volcano jungle survives because life here has learned one impossible lesson. Destruction is not the end of the story. On this island, destruction is where the story begins.